All right. Wow, pretty much right on time for when we said that we would be starting. That's crazy. Anyways, good evening. Welcome to this next session of Once Upon a Roll, our 5e D&D campaign that's been going on for like half my life, it seems.
Feels like it.
Well, eventually it will be true. At some point, we will.
Yeah, we're getting
I
that
mean,
point.
yeah, right? So, last we left off, um, the group, you all made your way from the capital city of Erleshire towards Verity, the port city from which you will be disembarking on your journey to Draconia. Alongside Zevzal, Svenkrid, and many members of the Imperial Navy. Finding the vessel on which you will be traversing the ocean, you came to, what was it? The Falfnimloth, an elvish designed ship made of an elegant redwood seeming material with a large tree on the bow of the ship. A tree which Elavorn did eventually get around to talking to for some small amount of time. You met some members of the crew, to include Captain Adriel, the navigator. What was it? Hansid, and the junior navigator, a fiery tempered half-orc woman named Yavelda. All things and preparations seem to be leading to you all leaving. I believe it was within the week at this point. You spent some time in Little Draconia, a hovel outside of the city walls of Verity, where dragonborn of various chromatic descents had begun to make their life here, including the residents of Little Ulhar, members of Duran's clan that had made and survived the ordeal back in his homeland and made the long journey over to the Empire. Of these were your childhood best friend, Drad, Zevzal, and his partner, Neve. And just before we finished, Neve had woken you seemingly troubled by something and had asked for a word. And during this conversation, she had informed you that she was bearing Zevzal's child, though he did not know, and she did not wish to tell him because she knows how important it is to him to be able to journey alongside you and more or less regain his honor. It was it would come down to him feeling extremely guilty for having fled when so many others had fought and died that day. Though you stand there now after she had returned to her home, as far as you know, alone. Though this conversation did have another individual nearby listening in. A small field mouse by the name of Elavorn. And that's where we left off, and that's where we will pick up. So, I guess Elavorn Durand. The others are sleeping. You're the only two awake right now, so take it away.
Well, I would wait for need to kind of get back farther away because I wouldn't want her to know that I know that she knows that. Anyway,
Alright. So, what's Duran doing right now? You were not far away from you had this conversation. It's a pretty clear and cool night. Uh, Summer is trailing off into autumn, and by the time that this 3 month journey that you're going to be disembarking on ends, it will be the dawn of winter here in the Empire, at least. Not entirely sure how the seasons play between Erleshire and Dracania, but at the tail end of this conversation, what is Duran doing?
I was just sticking around after to kind of let it sink in. For a bit. I don't know how much sleep did I get?
What?
How much sleep did I get?
A few hours. I think 3 4 hours, maybe.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna say I'm not tired anymore.
Alright. So
Or I mean,
Duran
I
is
am, but I don't think I'm gonna get sleep.
so Durand is, with all the things that have already been going and spiraling through your head about what's coming up, now this is added to it, and you're kind of just lost in your thoughts, staring out over the ocean.
when from behind you, you hear, "So, what are you going to do?" And Elborn's just going to walk up.
I. That. I'll be startled. Surprise.
Okay, so maybe I shouldn't be here right now, and I kind of know that, but I was worried, and so I followed you. But that's not the important thing. It's like you can't not tell him, right? Or I mean, should you not tell him? Then he'd be distracted, right? I don't know the answer. That's difficult. But whatever you want to do, I'll help. I think.
I don't know. I don't know what to do. I know, or I can make assumptions about what's the best for one or another, but honestly, if he doesn't want it to be known, I should respect that. It's not the first time, or the second, or the third that this has happened to me.
Well, now you're not alone in it. For the first time. But this isn't. Well, I mean, is it the same as every other time?
It feels heavier. Every time I've had to hold on to something, someone else, it's never really been. Well, there's no way that it couldn't have been anyone that I know, for the most part. This is a bit more personal.
Well, you've known Zevzal a long time, right?
Yeah, that's exactly it. I've done everything with that guy. And now to hold this back and then on top of that, I mean, I already knew I needed. keep him safe, obviously he has to come back. Even he knows that. I know he has no intention of not coming back, but
Are you sure? Because there were times when I wasn't sure that you wanted to come back, you know? I mean, not recently, it was a long time ago, but he seems to be in that kind of place that you were in, sort of. It just seemed dark there, you know?
it was. It is. But I find my way out of it. I know he can too, one way or another.
You're gonna be an uncle. Eleanor kind of dances around a little.
I mean, we're not related. Not like that. But I guess. I didn't even think about it like that.
Going to teach the little him or her to sword fight, right? With the, you know, and then
I'm not trying to step over anybody's shoes or anything. But it would be fun, maybe. You know, maybe Zelzel and I did it together. But that's not a thought at the moment. Probably
this
bigger.
it's one more reason for you to come back, but he doesn't even know. Maybe he doesn't. I mean, sure, he's got nephew, but it might not be. He's. I. I offered to fix his leg or try to, and he wouldn't let me.
Hmm. That's odd. Or no. I think I get it. I guess it makes sense. He's an idiot. I understand. I imagine if he's in the same rut that I was in before. I don't know. I wasn't too kind to favors either. I kind of did things mostly on my own. It's probably similar.
Eleanor just nods a little bit. I'm just worried, because I know you don't want to take him there just to have him thrown against rocks or something, like you want him to come back. You want this to work out and succeed and win, you know?
Part of me wishes I could just tell him. I feel like if he knew, it'd be something to fight for, you know?
Well, that's kind of what I was getting at. It would be definitely a reason to come back,
Right.
you know, not, not to prevent him from going, but to make sure that he's driven as well. I mean, we can do all that we can, to make sure he comes back, obviously, but
Neve could be right. There's a chance that if I do tell him, he won't want to go at all.
well, we just tell
Maybe
him
he
when he's
can.
on the boat.
Oh, that's terrible.
Well, because then he's already going, and so he's going to accomplish his goal, and he's definitely going to come back and not take any stupid risks that don't need to be taken. Although some of the risks are my fault, so I'll have to try not to put us in situations of risky stuff.
None of your risky situations have come out that awful.
Yeah, well, he can't be turned into a dinosaur and drop on like a dragon or something like you did.
Well, that's what I'm here for.
Maybe we can convince her to tell him. Well, I can't because I'm not supposed to know. But
That is true. You're not supposed to know.
I didn't promise anything. But I do, well, you promised or gave your word, or I'm not sure what happened. There was some kind of, she asked and you said yeah. So, of course, I wouldn't do anything to undermine you.
But still, eavesdropping. Is that often?
Not really. I was outside and I heard you and her, and I didn't know what you were doing, and I was, probably
I mean, it
kinda
was
silly.
just me.
Well, I don't know her that well.
Hmm. Do you
I mean, I don't dislike her, but
think there's some reason to not trust her?
um in Elevorn's mind, she's thinking back to the things that Damien said like when she had drawn on her wall, and all of everybody led to Durand, but it was really just her.
Everyone loves Durand.
No, I didn't say that. I said all of the names led to Durand. I didn't say anything about love. Nobody's
or
talking about love in my head. Shh.
she might be an assassin. Who knows?
But yeah, Elevorn's going to blush a little bit, and then she's going to say, well, I mean, you were kind of, she did your parents, matchmaking, and I mean, I don't know Zepsol that well. I mean, he seems nice enough, but I mean, you are clearly
Wait, matchmaking?
well, I don't know what your customs are exactly. I mean, is that the thing there? I mean, because some cultures you get like your parents decide who you're going to marry, and that's it. You just.
Well, I just thought you were. I mean, the only. Well, the last time I remember something of this similar, is if it. I would imagine you'll only do this if it was like a grave, like situation, like eavesdropping in the hospital in Vasselholm.
Yeah, I did that.
Stuff like that. It's just the only thing I can think of is that maybe you think that she's a threat, but I don't know. I don't think she is.
No, I know she probably wouldn't hurt you. I just wasn't worried about you being hurt.
You think I would?
You would hurt her. That's silly. What? Elevorn is just going to no. Oh, no. Becoming super embarrassed. Instead of turning into a fish, Elevorn's going to turn into a bear and playfully, kind of tackle the rod.
Okay. You want to wrestle a bear, Duen?
I
Suddenly, Elkhorn is, much larger than you are. I don't think that Durand is bear-sized.
no.
Alright. I want both of you to make
Nor
athletics checks, please.
nor do I think Duran wants to wrestle a bear at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
So you're just getting bear tackled?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll let it happen.
Alright.
Well,
Okay.
I guess it is kind of relieving, to not be the only one that knows and is heading over there. I thought for a second it might be bad.
Osborne's going to act kind of like a puppy and just sort of like nuzzle his arm a little before she just kind of backs up and sits down, looking at him. And then down at the sand.
Alright.
It's alright, I'll pet her, I guess. Like, with both
Pet the
hands,
bear.
like around the neck, like. It's gonna be alright, one way or another. We'll figure this out
Just
together.
talking to the bear.
Yes,
Just
I'm talking to a
petting
bear, alright? I'm used to this already, man. It's been a while. I don't see. It's 2022. I don't see.
Species?
I don't see species. I'm so woke. Durand is just so far beyond that. It's crazy. It's barely like she's. It's. You could say it's barely like she's changed at all.
Ha! Bad.
Oh man. Maybe we'll try to get some sleep. I'll move. I didn't expect the conversation.
So, you guys head back to bed. You finish up your night of sleep, and morning does eventually come. Durand is Durand and Elvorn are the last ones to come to, and you realize that by the time you guys wake up, breakfast is already in progress with Neve, Zevzal, Era, and Nedadian enjoying a morning meal. As you wake, stretch, and make your way over, Zevzal looks to you, Durand. You've come a long way since things must have really changed. I knew you were always first up in the morning.
I mean, normally, I guess, most of the time, just it was a little bit of a longer night last night.
Oh? And he offers the two of you a chair as, a good, modest breakfast is presented. A few links of meat, some nice steamed veggies, and hot cups of tea.
Do you two need anything for this? Like,
No, don't worry about it. So, we only got a few more days till we're heading back, huh? Gotta say, it's a little nervous.
you could say that.
And Elevorn, with your amazing passive perception, you do pick up that, there are some glances made by Neve towards Duran's direction. No lingering glances, but just the occasional flicker of the eyes over towards him, and there does seem to be something on her mind.
It'll be fine. Don't need to really think that much. I mean, we still got the ride all the way over there, you know?
Neve asks, "And how long was that again?"
Oh my god. How long was it? Was it like a month? No. 2 months?
3.
3 months?
3 months.
It'll be roughly about 3 months. If the guys on the boat would be to be believed.
That is a long time. Sure you're up for that, Zeb? Of course. Why wouldn't I be? I don't care if it would take a year. It's not an option, really.
Elevorn has just begun chugging the tea.
Elevorn
It's really hot though.
just chugging scalding tea.
Mira is confused about what is going on. Elevorn is checking.
Elevorn just like tears streaming down her face, just kind of like caught a bit. Like you could see there's obvious discomfort, though she tries to suppress it.
Ella, you're not supposed to chuck tea. It's more for beer and not tea.
Oh, it's so good. What kind of tea is this?
If it's good, shouldn't you savor it instead of chucking it?
That's probably a good idea.
If you enjoy it as much, I could get you another cup, Elevorn.
Oh, well, would you... I mean, if it's not too much trouble, could I see how you make it? Because, I like to make tea too, and we will be gone for a while, so... But yeah, your tea is very good.
Well, yes, and she seems a bit flattered. Absolutely. Just come over here, I'll show you. And as they walk away, you hear, the herbs I use, actually, I grow and cultivate myself. Back in Ulhar, I was actually learning and studying about cultivating crops and plants, and as they walk away, that's kind of what the conversation is. And she goes into talk about the specific, herbs that she uses for the tea and that she grows, and she even, takes you to show you where she grows them a little bit, and the steps to preparing the leaves and making the tea itself.
I'm
Leaving.
a very attentive student.
Uh-huh.
All the while thinking of what I could do to help her continue doing this.
Alright. And Zev, looking to the 3 remaining at the table, watching the others leave, is like, don't want any of you to take this the wrong way. Actually, I know Dran more than any of the rest of you, but I don't have anything against you. I've certainly heard of all that you've done, and I have nothing but the utmost respect, but she's a tad eccentric, isn't she?
Quite often, yeah. But, as you've probably noticed, it's not malicious or anything, so...
Oh, no, wouldn't imagine. She seems nice. But, leads me to wonder, she seems like normal until she suddenly doesn't. I don't, is she alright?
I think so, yeah. I mean, we all do have our weird quirks and stuff like that, I guess.
They're all just nodding profusely.
She's also quite strong.
Yeah,
Well,
she is probably stronger than any of the rest of us.
I do not doubt that. She's, at least from the stories that make their way up this way about what you lot have been through. Like she's some kind of... Tales of her turning into giant beasts and eating her enemies whole.
Maybe not the eating part.
Either way, I'm trying to stay on everyone's better side. So, don't take anything too much to heart that I say after I've had a few drinks. I assume that we'll have enough of that on the boat ride over. Can't imagine there wouldn't be ale of some sort on the ship. It's probably something we should look into, though, just make sure. 3 months is a long time to go without alcohol.
Load the ship with beer. Roger that.
My thoughts exactly. Our own personal stash, I think. Something hidden away from the rest of the crew.
Might be the best, yeah.
Either which way. You still do morning training, Durant?
When I find the time. I mean,
Have time today?
Yes, of course.
Well, excuse us, ladies. Let's get to it then. And he grabs the walking stick that was leaned up against the table and uses it to pull himself up and begins to make his way out. What's up? I saw Max light up. I don't know if Arrow was saying it.
oh no, it's probably me breathing. Sorry.
Stop that. All right.
Yeah, stop breathing.
So, Darandu follows Zeb out, and obviously his form of training is a bit different than it was previously. You can see that he has some very sort of crude straw and twine dummies made up on large stakes that are propped up in a nearby field. You can see that the ground around it seems very worn, like he's been training on horseback for a long time, and the entire field is pretty much stripped of any grass due to the running of the horse over it for such a long time. So it's just a large dirt field. There's some basically like makeshift free weights. There's a place for pull-ups, of course, as is customary.
Mm-hmm.
But regardless, the two of you get in or begin to get in a nice workout. Era, Netadion, is there anything on the agenda for the two of you, as you are now the only ones left at the table?
I'm a slow eater, okay? Don't mind me, Neri. I'm just gonna slowly work my way through my food in silence. So,
Go
you
ahead.
first.
No, you
No,
go.
you. No, no, you. Fine. Okay. I'm gonna stuff my face in food.
There you go. Now, Era is unable to talk for the next few moments. Solving that little dilemma.
It's fine. I'm feeling a bit sleepy still myself, so I'm not fully awake actually.
Well, I mean, you got enough sleep?
I did, so that's what. I mean, I think I did. I mean, I didn't wake up in the middle of the night or anything. I don't know. It's just, you know.
I think I see what you mean. I haven't really been able to get much rest, but I'm less distracted today than I was yesterday. So what do you think of those two, his friends, whatever?
No, well, they seem good people, and I don't really know what else to think about quite yet. I mean, we just kind of met them almost, or, you know.
I don't know. One of them kind of seems snobby. Oh, I know him better than all of you. Well, whatever. But it's probably true. Although I do have quite a few things about Duran that I don't even know if Duran knows that I know about him written on this list. But anyways, that's I don't keep records of you guys that much anymore. At least I don't write it. Well, maybe I do. I'm gonna take another bite.
I mean, well, we all possibly do kind of keep track of each other's in one way or another, so you keeping records on us, I guess that's nothing too weird, so at least in my books you're fine, it's fine.
We all have our quirks.
That we do.
Elevorn and Neve return to the table with a fresh pot of tea. Neve looks around. Where did they get off to?
Practice, I think it was. I mean, I was not fully paying attention. I'm just half asleep still, kind of.
He's always running off. Zev is restless. But that's who he is. And she takes her seat and pours herself a fresh cup of tea.
Elevorn's going to be really excited. Mary, I've got it! Maybe. Maybe this is wrong too, but I'm just going to say it, okay? Right, so I was talking to you about the thing I was talking to you about because I wanted to have a party, and you said, no, you can't have a party because of that. But what if we had the party because of them? And then point at me.
What?
Sorry, I'm a bit... A party for us? Who's that? What?
I mean, I don't see kind of why not, but also what is the, why?
Oh, I know. Let me guess. Birthday?
No, it's because Durant could marry them. Mm-hmm.
What?
I mean...
He can do that?
He can, I think. Well, people in the order can. I don't know if he can. I think... Because he's part of the Aegis, and they do stuff in the temple and things. I don't really know a lot about it, but... Unless I misunderstood, I'm sorry. Maybe you're not, like, in that kind of relationship. I mean,
No,
maybe we're
it's
just friends.
it's
or...
not. It's not. No, it's not that. We most certainly care for each other and are in that sort of relationship. Though, no, we're not married. It's not as if I hadn't thought about it, though. And I mean, with him leaving, you all leaving for so long, I don't. We never really had the right time. These over this past last year or so, everything's been so fast. Just trial after trial, and it never really came up, I guess.
Well, I guess something else that I didn't think to ask is, you do that, right? I mean, I don't know a lot about your belief system, I guess, or whatever.
You asking if we had marriages in our clan? If we do, yes, that is a thing.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess it's a little awkward, but I was, hmm.
I mean, is that fair? Like, how would we even bring it up? Should I ask him? What if it was so soon? Put him on the spot like that when you all will be leaving within the next few days?
I mean, would you regret it if you didn't? Is there any? I mean, there's like no rules to this, right? I don't know how any of this works, but a party sounds like a party, so I'm all for it.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I enjoy a good party as well. I know Zevzal does. But, I mean, we were talking about a specific type of party looking to Elevorn. That's different. If you simply want to throw a get together for you all and Zev and the others leaving, then absolutely, I'm sure the entire village would be on board for that.
All right, your whole village is here too. That's
Well,
well, I mean, not everybody, not yet, and of course there were losses. Sorry, but
it's fine.
I'm just used to our little town that's full of, well, all kinds of people from all kinds of places. So it's different. I mean, it's not bad. It's just like you have, well, I mean, you're all from the same place. So you have a community, and it's well, I mean, I guess it's kind of all the same, right? Or just kind of a community by choice.
Yes. Anyway, if there's anything that you all are trying to get done before you leave, we have been here in Verity for a while now, so if there's anything you're looking for, I might be able to help you. Or if you wanted to procure things for a party.
Nothing really comes to mind, but I was planning to go for a bit of a stroll and just discover things from an eye. Did you guys have anything in mind? Or are you guys going your own separate routes? Or do I don't know. I mean, there's so much to do in a day, right?
I didn't have anything planned, So, I'm up for anything.
Um, hmm.
Well, I mean, a boat, they did say it was going to be a long time without beer, but also a long time, maybe probably without entertainment. So a good form of entertainment might just, I don't know, maybe be a book or something. Just a thought out there. Regardless, if you guys are up to suggestions, I don't plan to get lost on my own. So if I'm gonna make a fool of myself, it's going to be in a group, hopefully.
I can
Yeah.
join you. Yeah.
You guys should shop, definitely. And I'm going to go find Ron. You?
Ooh,
Uh,
shopping.
No,
I mean,
Elevon's-
shopping does sound fun, but do you want anything specific, Elevon?
Do you?
Well, I have a thing I have to pick up eventually, but otherwise, I don't think so.
Well, I mean, we do have the bracelet, so if you have something in mind at some point, I guess you can contact us and, we can try to find it unless you find it first. Just.
Oh, thank you. Yes, that's true too.
Okay. So, Era and Netherdion are going shopping, and Elevon is heading out in search of Durand.
Yes.
Yes.
So, Durand, you and Zevzal are getting a good morning workout in, working up a bit of a sweat, and you can tell that it doesn't seem like he's taken many, if any at all, days off. You're definitely not in poor condition yourself, but at one point, you guys do slow it down and grab some water. So, I mean, I feel like recently I've heard more about you and what you've been up to from rumors and other people rather than from you yourself. Really, man, how have you been? It's like, I guess, cut through the crap for me, what actually happened? Like, what's been going on with you? 'Cause I've heard a whole lot of stuff, and I can't imagine half of it's true.
I'll we have plenty of time for stories on the boat, I'm sure, but I mean, most recently, I mean, you were there at the capital. That's the most recent thing that's happened to me. Unless you're
Yeah.
wanting me to draw from a long time ago.
I mean, like you said, there's plenty of time for that on the boat. It's just 3 months there, and who knows how
Yeah.
long once we're there. It's gonna be a long time away from this place. I know that I should feel like I'm going home, but is it wrong to feel like I've begun to make a home here as well? I know it's not really our home, but
No, there's nothing wrong with that. I struggled with the same idea. It's a small place that we made down south. For a while it felt like it was wrong to think that I had found another home, but home is still home. just that you make another home somewhere else doesn't take away that, where we came from and how
That's
much that
true.
place means to us.
I guess the question then is, I mean, we can't know what we're going to find over there. But if we do go back, avenge those we've lost, and retake what was taken from us, and find, hopefully, other survivors, are we taking them back here? To the Empire? Even if we're able to re-establish Ulhar? And if we are, well, we can have more than one home, as you say, but can't exactly stay in more than one place at once.
True.
I know it's naive and sort of wishful thinking and assuming everything works out perfectly, but even if everything does work out perfectly, I don't know what the right answer is for that.
I don't
Would
really
you
think.
stay in Draconia?
I think the answer to the question depends on the individual. I'm sure there would be loads of people that would, like if you said, everything works out perfectly, and we can completely guarantee that our old home would be safe. There would be countless of us that would probably want to stay over there. But maybe there would be people that don't mind their lives as it is right now. And I think either answer is fine.
So even if we save the clan, there's not much. Well, there's no going back to what it was before, huh? I'm not
Well-
saying that's a good or bad thing, it's just. Have to refocus things, It's different when the goal is to reclaim and to make again what we had before we lost it, as opposed to fighting for something new. Because before that day, I don't think any individual would ever choose to leave the clan, to go off on their own.
Yeah, but I mean, as you said, some people are fine fighting for something new,
Well, I at least, not sure at this point. I mean, it would be a long trip to bring Neve over to Draconia once everything is done, so it might be easier just to keep our lives going here.
Let's
That
see if
might
we
be the
can
hardest
even.
thing. I don't let on, especially not even to her, but I am going to miss her. And then he looks over your shoulder as Elevorn approaches.
Did Elevorn hear that?
Nope.
Oh,
Well, I imagine it. I mean, you'll have something you can take with you to remember her by, right?
Yes. I am, of course. can't imagine she won't give me something as a sort of form of luck. She's a bit into that kind of thing. And you do overhear that, Elevorn, as you approach. Now within conversation distance, as you see the sweaty Durand and Zebzal. Zebzal greets you as you approach. Elevorn, come to join us.
Something like that. Hello. And I wave a little.
Oh, is something wrong?
Oh, nothing's wrong, but things could be better. Eleanor smiles.
Um, I
Do you
don't
need
know
a
what.
moment?
Could I borrow him just for a minute or two?
By all means. And
No, no, no. I'll be back. Probably.
take
Just
your time. And he hops onto his horse Durand that was kind of getting some water self nearby, and he continues to basically with his lance do some drills and basically like jousting practice type stuff. Charge. Anyways, so as you guys get away from the cloud of dust and the thundering hoofbeats of the war horse to a point where you two can have a conversation.
Well, Elevorn is all excited now, so she's got little squirrel ears and a squirrel tail, and they're swishing. And, she's like, so they could get married. We need to marry them. No, I don't. What do you think? I think it's good. I think it would be. Yes. But no, really, what do you think?
I mean, I'd be more than happy to, but don't you think that's something they should decide for themselves personally?
Well, I brought it up and Neve wants to. But, she hasn't had time. So we just got it. She's not sure if she should ask him. And, so I was like, maybe. Because I don't know what exactly you guys were talking about. But something about her, right? So.
He was just saying how he was gonna miss her because this was gonna be so long.
All the more reason.
I don't know how to even bring that up.
Well, I could bring it up.
That sounds like be even more awkward.
Awkward? Well, I suppose maybe a little. But they really like each other, right? And I mean, well, we know what we know. And he doesn't know what we know. So.
Well, I mean, yeah. Look, the way I normally do, that's easier for this is that I forcibly choose to forget to know any of the things that I'm not supposed to know that I do know.
Yeah.
So that it doesn't occupy my thoughts and opinions on certain things. So, okay, well, it's not bad, but still, isn't it just tapping into the, personalness that this is all supposed to have? I mean, would you go up to Neri and ask her why she hasn't married Isaiah?
Yes, and I did.
You did?
Yeah. I mean, we're going for a long time, so I thought, we could have a party and they could, since they, they like each other a lot.
Were they
And
together? In the same room?
I don't think he was there. No, it was just Mary, I think. Yeah.
Ooh. I'll pitch the idea, but it's not up to me or you. Okay? Don't try to push Neve or anything. That's something that's supposed to just come naturally. I think, and I think that's how it's supposed to work.
Well, but this isn't. This is different because there's circumstances, and he's going away, and she doesn't want him to not go away. But, there's other details, and so.
I'll bring it up to him. But let me do
How
it.
did you know?
What? How would who know? What?
I think she's responding to what I said in the chat.
Okay, I won't talk to Neve about it anymore. I just asked because I had the thought about Nerdion and Isaiah because they make each other very happy, and that's good, right?
I know you don't mean anything bad by it. I think it's a good idea. All things considered.
I mean, even more so because of, well, the circumstances, really, with this. I mean, I don't think Nerdion and Isaiah are in the same situation. At least I hope not. That would be not good.
Roll percentile narrative.
No.
Let's see.
Roll it anyways. I want to know.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
I wrote down a number.
Can you imagine?
60.
Okay.
Imagine. Oh my god.
All right. 60.
This is occupying both mine and Duron's thoughts now.
Anyways, so Durand, I guess at some point you would head back towards Zevzal, and Elavorn, you're going off to definitely not do something you're not supposed to.
Yep.
Break.
Anyways. Era, Netadian, you head into Verity, which, the city itself, a lot of the architecture and the feel of it is very similar to that of the capital, though on a much sort of scaled down sort of size, and everything essentially as opulent and sort of awe-inspiring as the capital itself was, with its just like white stone and clean streets and tall and impressive buildings and structures. The Verity here takes inspiration from that and is basically that on a lesser scale, in addition to having the port. So it basically feels like a sort of upscale Vasselholm, like the Marbled Crozier of Vasselholm sort of just bleeds into a little bit. But you're going shopping? What are you looking for?
Considering
Wait,
that we
You
just
just kind of roaming around.
Yeah, I ate a lot this morning and at a very slow pace. I think I deserve to walk it off a little bit.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Go ahead and I guess if you get just kind of rolling around, go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
Both of us, or
Um, whoever's leading, I guess. And I think that
that
Era's
would
kind of
be
meandering.
area.
Yeah.
Yeah. 20.
20.
Nice.
All right. So you're walking around and people are going about their day. It's mid-morning by the time that you actually get into the city itself, and you see the occasional passing guard. You can hear people um, outside of their places of business, basically uh, advertising whatever product or service that they provide, trying to get some business. You see a small group of people sort of alongside a building that is bordering an alleyway. Um, you see the small crowd of maybe about 6, 7 people, and through the crowd, you can kind of see that there's a box that there are cards set up on it. It seems like some sort of uh, street gambling type thing going on. Um, you see But that's what stands out on this street. You can pass it by, you can continue on, but it's definitely like just something that is mm, mm, stands out compared to what you had seen so far in the city of just, citizens passing you by and occasional little child barker crier basically uh, shouting out news and information and things about, basically that the Imperial Navy and soldiers are going to be departing soon to restore peace to Draconia, etc., etc.
Hmm. Why'd you have to bring gambling into my eye view?
You rolled it.
That's true.
Do you want to borrow my perception?
If only that I could do that, It's okay. I believe in my own perception, just a little bit.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stand in the middle of this road, pavement, street, question
Uh-huh.
mark.
Just
And I'm gonna
standing
point at the. I'm gonna point towards the gambling.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they'd play fair? Very awkward.
I mean, like 99% out of the time, it's not legit, no. So, it would be a risk.
It would be better. Everything in me is telling me not to, but I also want to try.
Well, I mean, if you really want to, you don't have to put in too much money on it. So, but like I said, it's like 99% of the time these are just scams and stuff like that. So, don't expect to necessarily win. Like
Well,
at
if
all.
they scam, then listen, 1% chance. That's chance. Let's do it.
Logic.
Okay.
All right. So as you approach, you can see that there is this scroungy,
looking, sort of wiry-haired, stubbly, beard goatee combo man stood behind the box, sort of off to his side by way, sort of on the outside of the group. You can spot a couple sort of muscle-looking individuals that are just, making sure nothing goes down. And before that, you enter into the crowd and you can hear the cacophony of voices and shouts of basically disapproval and lots of expletives. You look up and it looks like it's a sort of 3-card Monty type get up here. And somebody is currently playing and watching as the controller of the cards is doing his shifts and shuffling them around, and pretty much not looking down at the cards, but not breaking eye contact with the guy there who is just staring down, trying to follow what's going on. And you can see that there are a few others there as well that are like ready with coin to place. He looks over to one. It's like, Keterin, what are you doing? If your wife finds out that you're spending her money again, she's going to kill you. It's like, oh, shut up and do your thing. I got this. I'll get you today. Don't you just watch. And he just is staring there and is like, all right then. Where's the black one? And people are going and you see them tossing like copper and the occasional silver down and in piles, betting on which of the 3 cards they believe it's under. And the man who was talking to had lost when he reveals where the card was. It, to Netidion's utter shock and surprise, it's the one that had the least bets on it. Surprisingly. So he ends up paying off some sort of looks cleaner than the clothes he's wearing, half-elf, who's like, yes, again. And he takes the payment as the losers lose their money. A couple back off and like, this is bullshit. So there's, as he's taking the cards back and he's shuffling them up, it's like, all right, anyone else want to go another round? Any newcomers? Hey, don't be shy, ladies. Step on up. We don't bite.
I was just looking, really. I wanted to see who would win and lose. Not to say that I don't have experience with gambling, but I mean, do I have experience, Neri, with gambling?
Are you asking me or are you asking Neri?
I'm asking Neri.
How do I know?
Have you gambled before, Neri?
A little, but not this really, but others, but still not a lot because they, like, most of the time are not, favorable.
Well, I mean, they say to try everything at least once or something like that, right? Okay, I'll bite.
That's right, exactly. Can't win if you don't play. Step on up. Anybody else? And he goes and he takes 3 cards, flips them over, and you can see that there are 2 red cards and a black card. Name of the game is simple. You follow the black card. When I'm done shuffling, mixing them up, you place your bet. You win. You get your money's worth. You lose. Well, you lose.
What do I lose?
The money?
Money you wagered.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna Is this enough? And then I'll just put 1 gold coin.
Ooh. Bit of a high roller. You said you're not. You said you don't gamble much, huh?
Well, like I said, I'm willing to try it once, so I definitely suggest that you allow me to play fairly. And as I say that, I'll use suggestion too.
I resent the implication. Yeah. Are you ready to begin then? Do we have any other takers? And the half-elf man that seemed to have been winning is like, I mean, a gold is a little rich for me, but I'll certainly make my bet. All right. Are
Yay,
you
sounds
ready?
like fun.
Are you ready? Okay, so he begins and he turns each card over one at a time, and then he begins to move and shuffle and switch the positions of the 3 cards on the box. And as he's doing this, he's kind of making small talk, and it seems like just in general, just verbal misdirection, kind of, as the half elf is watching it and says to you, "Been watching this one for some time now. He's quite tricky, one of the better ones in Verity, but I think I've got on to his game."
I'm trying not to listen to anything and keep an eye on the cards. I know I didn't place any bets or anything, but I'm just gonna,
And no one's placed a bet yet, but okay.
yeah, but still, I'm not gonna gamble, but I'm just gonna keep an eye still. Try to keep, at least try. Because we know my perception sucks ass.
It does. So, I'll have the 2 of you make a perception check then. You're trying to watch. He doesn't do any quick moves, but there are, times when you occasionally lose sight of a card or 2 just based on the hand movements and how he's moving them around, but nothing seems unfair on the surface.
14? Wait, that's a lie. Hold on.
But
Yeah,
mine was 14 actually.
No, it's 14 too. Yay!
14. All right. So, as he stops and he gestures towards the 3 cards, well, place your bets. And Era and Netadion look into the cards. You kind of glance at each other and follow each other's line of sight and eyesight, and both of you fall towards the card on your left. That's where you followed it to, Era. And Netadion, same as well. Turns out you roll the same.
I see something.
Okay.
You follow. That's where you guys follow it to.
I'm just kind of looking at Era also, but it's like I'm trying to like
See that the half elf seems to be kind of lost in thought and is like, he's kind of going with like 2 silver pieces and he ends up going. Are you confident in yours, or are you gonna wait to see where he places his? Come on. Don't have all day.
Okay, I'm gonna just choose the left one.
Okay. Then he's like, oh. And he goes and he puts his 2 silver onto the middle card. When it's revealed, the black card was the middle card. And you can see the half-elf's like relieved, like, yes. And collects his 4 silver. Your gold is taken from you, Era. Like, well, at least you tried. He takes the 3 cards and kind of begins to shuffle them up with the deck again as he calls out to, "Alright, people, this is not a spectator event. Either play or move along."
Oh well. A gold coin is a gold coin. But that was fun, sort of.
I mean, people wouldn't play these games if they wouldn't be in one way or another fun, I guess.
And Half Elf kind of says to himself, not to any of you, but have you guys are right next to each other over here. It's like, I don't know, I'm making pretty good money off this guy myself.
You know what would have been fun to do if I had closed both my eyes and then chose? I was thinking of it. That seems like something Elevon would do.
Maybe
Well,
we
that would
should
have been more
brought
fun.
her with us.
I know. But I'm sure there is plenty of things for us to do. I mean, I have kind of been wanting to... well, I mean, never mind. I'll bring it up later. Anyways, shall we get going?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
So you guys just leave the crowd. You see, just glancing back, it looks like the half elves like kind of lost track of you. Might have missed you guys leaving. It was like kind of looking around, but you guys are gone. Go ahead and mark off an entire gold coin. What's up?
I'm surprised he even noticed that I am there. It's
True.
Well,
Just
yeah,
random boy.
well, at least Era then. Somebody.
What was that tiefling girl talking? Who was that
Who was the
tiefling
tiefling
girl
girl talking to?
What is this?
Stealth. All the while, Nedadion has like actually stole the rest of their money from right under them.
True. She should have.
While that guy is like doing his thing, she's just going through his pockets, like, oh, this is nice.
What the fuck is this?
He's like, I'm
It's
making
just
a killing off of
900
this guy.
black cards. What is going on here?
I knew he was cheating.
You didn't though. Anyways. You guys continue going around. Durand, after your conversation with Elevorn, you return to Zevzal. You watch him go through some more rounds on horseback before he trots over to you and dismounts. So, everything all right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, everything is fine. Hey, you know, just a random thought, but yeah, just thinking randomly. Of course,
Uh-huh.
I recently, with the whole ages thing, you know, I can perform a ceremony of sorts before we leave. Have you ever thought of maybe some kind of ceremony between you and Neve?
Is this what Elevorn was talking to you
No.
about?
No. It's just
No.
a thought I had. It's just
Yeah,
a thought
just
I had.
on your own.
I mean,
We were just didn't come up at any other point. Just
well, it's in reference to what we were talking ago a second ago. You know, like instead of it having to be
Okay.
like something she has to come up with. You know,
Okay. Just seemed a little out of nowhere. Why? Are you sure? Did Neve say anything about it?
well, not to me. I don't know. She didn't mention anything.
Not
But
to
she
you,
does-
but to somebody else?
I wouldn't know. She hasn't talked to me other than like with you being there, of course.
Make a deception check.
What?
That was a blatant lie.
I know it was a lie.
Oh, Durand, how far you have fallen.
Benner, hold me. That is minuses. I don't remember. I don't feel like pulling my character sheet. I think it's 2. It's pretty confident it's 2. So then that makes it a very nice 8.
He rolled an 8.
Oh my god!
There's the sort of like I'm trying to read your eyes for but a moment. That seems like it lasts a bit longer than it is. Like, fine, sure. I'm sorry. I'm just a bit caught off guard, and well, I don't know. I mean, I suppose there wasn't really a time that I ever didn't think that we would continue to be together and be there for each other.
Yeah, I mean, like you just mentioned a moment ago, like you're already making plans, like, you know, where you're gonna stay, the 2 of you. So.
Yeah, but I mean, does that seem weird? I don't want like her to think that I'm just asking because I'm leaving, and you know, want to keep her tied down to me when I'm gonna be gone for months on end. That doesn't really seem fair, but I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I wouldn't think that, and if she knows you at all, then she should know that.
know. I mean, at the same time, like, it's not like we've been together forever, and really, we came together more from just surviving.
Well, that means
the more we
something.
learned about each other, I really do feel like we care for each other, of course, more than, you know, in a different way than we care about, you know, you and the other members of the clan. But I mean, there's little chance that had things not gone down the way they had, we wouldn't have ended up together. But that's life, I guess, right?
Yeah. Nothing you're saying is wrong, but I would say you're hitting all the most important points at the same time. It's almost like you're contradicting yourself, sort of, actually, here.
Alright. Well then. I mean, you kind of just threw this at me out of nowhere, caught me off guard. What about you?
What about me? I mean, I have to be the one to, you know, perform this ceremony.
Well, sure.
So
but
that's
what
my
about
job.
You and Elevorn?
What do you mean, what about me?
I mean, there's clearly something else there. At least there's more of a relationship there. Like, you guys treat each other differently. Like, you don't see her the same way that you don't act the same around her than you do around Nedadiond and Era.
Well,
something more.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't. But does that mean something?
I mean, it sounds like there's whatever's going on between the 2 of you isn't much different than what's between Neve and I. I mean, you've gone through quite a bit of shit with Elevorn at your side, and just like Neve and I went through a bit of shit together as well. We've both known them for about a year or so. Well, I suppose I obviously knew of Neve a lot longer, but didn't really know her. But you come to me offering this. I guess the only difference is that Elevorn and you are going to the same place, and Neve is staying here as I go with you. But other than that, I can't really see much of a difference between what you two have going on and what me and Neve have.
Alright, Duran doesn't have the words there. To be honest, this man is making too much fucking sense. Alright. There
But
is
I'm deflecting away from, because I'm still processing what you asked me. I mean,
right, and that's completely normal because you can't just. It's not like you have to. There's time. You know, there's like we have a week, so it's like it's just a thought, that I had from like days ago.
oh, okay.
Right, so like you can think about it. I think it's a pretty good idea.
Is that fair though? Like, do you think she would want it? Like, I as much as I think that I know her, and as much as I do know about her, like, put it in if it was reversed. Like, where we're going, what we're doing, it's not exactly safe. There's no guarantees that we'll be coming back. Would I, like, why do that to her? If worse comes to worse, marry her, then near immediately make her a widow?
You, I mean, don't think like that.
I mean,
There's-
I'm sorry, I'm just all over the place right now. Bit lightheaded from the workout, and then you hit me with this. I can't really think straight.
I mean, yeah, I guess that is understandable. I I think at the very least, from the time that I've spent here, you two look really good for each other. So I think there might not be any better time. And if the question is whether she wanted to, I believe she does. Probably. Strongly.
Well, I mean, ever since we were growing up, I've valued your opinion, your input, and, well, I told you everything. Well, how do you think? I mean, how should I do it? How does one ask? I can't exactly go traditional, as neither of our parents are here, so it's a bit odd.
I think the means of which you do it are less important. I think it's something you should just, should probably just come from the heart, And that's the most important thing, even above all traditions or anything like that.
I guess that makes sense. And, I mean, the worst she could say is no, right?
There's no way you have any doubts here.
I mean, I want to say no. But I mean, I maybe what if she's just, good how we are? What if she just wants someone around? Like, what if we both just wanted that from going through the trauma that we went through? What if asking ruins what we have now? Like, what?
I think you're probably thinking too much, which is
Absolutely, but it's early. I think just about done here. I'm gonna get a drink and think this over.
well, I have to join you. I have to join you.
I'd be
I'm not going to
insulted.
leave you to your thoughts.
Alright, well, let me just hitch up Durand and we'll get on to it then.
Oh, right, yeah, of course.
Yeah, I'm not changing his name, by the way.
I wouldn't dare. It's a fine name.
It's a dumb name.
My name is not dumb.
Just messing with you. And he goes to hitch up his horse, and the two of you go off to grab a drink. Elavorn, what shenanigans are you getting yourself into?
I'm definitely not, trying to grow flowers around our house or anything crazy.
Okay. like what? Like white and what color flowers are just sprouting and growing around the Zevzal Neve household?
There's just little wildflowers right now. It's not super fancy. I'm just starting small because I don't
Slowly.
know how it's going, if he's asking or not, because he seemed to think it was too awkward, so I don't know what happened. But instead of just being nervous and waiting, I'm just going to little wildflowers, like
Okay.
daisies and stuff. Whatever is native to the area.
Sure. Just so easy enough for you to do that level. Aaron Nedadian, do you have any ideas what you want to do in the city, or are you just spending the day chilling, walking around? Do you have a destination or something in mind that you wish to find, buy, barter?
I mean, I'm just following air up pretty much.
Era?
I'd like to. Okay. I'll just do some like actual shopping for clothes and cause wait, hold on. How long are we gonna be here for? Again, is it like a week?
A bit less at this point, but yeah.
All right. Well, then I can go. Yeah, just general shopping for like clothes and stuff. Nothing crazy.
Alright, just some casual
Oh,
clothes.
Crazy.
Oh yeah. Wait, no, you're right. I should go crazy. I'm gonna go cut my hair too, and change up my style a bit. So
Yeah.
you know what? That's what. Yeah, I'm gonna do a cosmetic makeover today. Thank you.
Alright. You head to one of the salons, which is
Ah, yes.
Gonna get a dragonborn haircut.
Maybe.
I'm gonna go bald just for you.
just bald. Hair's going bald. Just really, really make that broken horn stand out.
Oh my.
Alright, so you head to a haircuttery, which is kind of neighboring. It's not the same establishment, but it's right next to one of the first one that you've seen of the city's bathhouses.
Bathhouse. Neri, make note of that.
Make note. As you
Roger
go in.
that. I'll make note of it. I will actually make note of it. I'll try like kind of a car thingy.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you walk in to see a pot-bellied, long beard, balding on the top, like kind of dark black hair on the sides, but completely bald on top, like almost shiny to reflect like the candle lights on the sconces that are around the room itself, holding up a mirror to a young-looking human woman, and you see this dwarf standing in front of her with the mirror held up and standing on
looks like a stool or some kind of boost of some sort, and she's just examining herself in the mirror, and it's like, well, that's exactly what I wanted. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Not a problem. That'll be 5 silver, and I will see you in 2 weeks' time. It's like, yeah, miracle worker as always, Araban. Thank you. And she pays him and leaves as he hops down off of the stool and begins to sort of sweep up the hair clippings and trimmings around the seat.
Well, that's a good sign. Hello.
Oh, quite a busy day today. I wasn't expecting somebody. Did we make a reservation? An appointment, rather. No matter. I don't have anything until the afternoon, anyways. So we'll take a walk in. Please come in.
Oh, right. Sorry, I didn't think about making a reservation, but
Oh,
thank
yeah,
you.
I said it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. Let me just finish cleaning up here, and I will get right to you. We have an idea in mind what we want to do today?
Um, okay, well, recently, my hair got really burned and the ends are kind of, I mean, I did my best to kind of get it all trimmed off, but it still seemed to have some leftovers. So I thought the best idea I could probably do is chop off my hair, but not chop it off too much where I look like a boy because I still want to have my feminine features. But you know what, enough to also braid my hair. So like maybe to like this length.
He comes and he steps up to get near eye level with you, and you can see him just scrutinizing the aspect, and he's like, do a little, you see, please? He's looking at your hair as you do, and you net at the on, you notice him kind of grimace as he notices the kind of makeshift job that Era did herself. That's a fixer-upper, all right, but nothing I can't take care of. So, go ahead and take a seat. So, shorter, fix it up, not too short, still want your femininity about you, and long enough to braid, you said. Now, what kinds of braids were you thinking?
Oh, well, I just maybe side, like one side here, one side here. It's important for me to have two braids. That's all.
All right. I think I can make this happen, and just get yourself relaxed. And he goes through and starts off by giving your hair a wash and a rinse, and then kind of brushing and combing it through to get everything to, any tangles that might have just happened out, and then he begins to get to work. And Nedadian, you're watching as this heavy-set, stubby-fingered dwarven man just handles delicate scissors and hair-cutting implements with precision and grace.
I'm impressed.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, maybe half an hour or so. I'm assuming we're going to the you it's what you wanted. Actually, do you want me to roll for it?
That sounds like a lovely time. Let's roll for it, baby. I'll put some more rolling.
Oh.
It sounds like a lovely time. I gave you the option, just so you know. Just remember that. This is your choice.
That's okay. I have a lot of time where people don't see me probably for about 3 minutes. We
Alright,
can make
so
it work.
that's
It's fine.
base 17 plus whatever stuff he has to his haircutting proficiencies. So it is, as you are examining yourself in the mirror, pretty much exactly what you wanted. And it even looks a little better than you imagined.
Yay. Oh, I'm going to once he finishes, I'll go to Neri first and have her like examine the back portion of my hair. But so far I love it.
It looks great. Yeah. I think it
That's
suits you actually, yeah. Definitely. And yeah.
You think so? It actually took me a bit to grow out my long hair, but it feels kind of like, and I'm gonna move my head side to side. Weightless. Like all the burdens just kind of went away off my shoulders, and I don't have to think about anything burnt or smelly or dragons are a must, but anyways, I digress.
Oh, of
Now
course.
all of your powers are gone.
Of course, it's
Sure.
gonna feel weird, I'm sure, but I mean, it's hair. It's gonna grow back if you want to eventually, have your longer hair back. So, but I mean, still, it looks great.
I'm gonna take one more glance before I approve, and then turn towards my hairdresser. You did awesome. Thank you.
Not a problem. Not a problem. And as he's cleaning up your the hair that was trimmed off, it's 5 silver.
Okay, I'll give him a gold.
I thank you very much. Then you guys depart as the dwarven hairdresser continues his day and goes to sell your hair trimmings on the black market to evil wizards who would try to scry on you.
Oh my fucking
Got it.
god! And I would love it if this went back to me. Thank you.
Remember that time you got a haircut? You fucked up!
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, funny.
Every time you guys get a haircut or like you trim your fingernails, you're like, get it, gather it all. This is nobody else. This is mine. Anyways, does anyone else have things to do before we progress the story? Oh no.
Was my gem gonna be ready today?
It'll be ready before you leave.
Okay.
Did you need it for today?
I think she's talking about the gem to awaken the boat.
Yeah, but still, did you need it for today?
Is there a reason
Feel
why
better.
you needed it on this day in particular?
Oh, I could do it any day, but I just
Yeah.
wanted to. I wasn't sure when it was. I couldn't remember when he said to come back and get it, so.
Okay. So, is there anything else that you guys want to do in the city after you have gotten your haircut, Hera? Did the two of you want to? You said something about books.
No,
Yeah.
not the book.
Yeah, the
The
books.
books.
You brought in books.
So, are we talking about actual books, or are we talking about book club books?
Good question. I was thinking about just visiting a library or something, but so if you know what, I'm specifically with Neri. It's just meant to be. We're supposed to go to our books, our book club books.
Book club books. All
I
right.
mean, if you really want to, we can go for actual books too.
Alright, you find a bookstore.
You go in. It's smaller than the one that you were at in Grandor. But it does seem to have quite the selection. There are shelves as well as, it seems like, crates and boxes of various books. Lots of it ranging from things like practical sailing techniques and basically how to maintain your rake or whatever. Like lots of practical just types of sailing, fishing, farming, things like that. There are books on history. There are some, it seems like, fiction works, but giving those once over, they seem pretty amateurish. But again, nothing that fits your book club description here on display out in the open.
Surprise, surprise.
I'd start off with general browsing, probably going through, just flipping through the pages of like the sailing, only because it's something that is relevant in a sense.
Yeah.
I'll be just browsing first. I'll be actually looking for maybe books that possibly Duran that Elevorn would be interested in, and Isaiah maybe also. And
Oh, wait.
Duran and Elevorn would be interested in.
Neri, what other languages do you speak?
I speak, of course, Elvish and Dwarvish. Why?
Would you be willing, maybe sometime on the boat, to give me a couple of lessons? Maybe basic words, things like that. I do have an interest in language and history, but it's been a while, with other things taking priority.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. I could give you some lessons. I mean, could just also get a notebook to write stuff down too.
Yeah, you could also get, there are some, like, common to whatever books as well. Why not?
I mean, like an actual notebook, like where she can write down
writing.
it. Yeah.
It's okay.
But
I have plenty
I
of
definitely
paper.
can. Books are always helpful, but I can help you pronounce stuff. Definitely.
I've definitely learned that there is a difference between book learning and actual presentation and experience. So I'll probably just mingle both of them together.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
What about you? Is there anything you may want to learn that maybe for some reason I can teach you? I mean, I don't know. I kind of have like useless information. Well, not useless, but like it kind of pertains on what you're looking for relevancy, of course. But like if there's, I guess, anything in general, I can actually ask and see if maybe I can help. Anyways,
Proprietor here is actually looking your way and is approaching. Is a taller man with long, now much longer than yours era, light brown hair, slender features. Is there anything I might help you with?
No, we're really kind of just browsing around. Oh, well, actually. Well, we see that you have a variety in selection here, but is there anything you maybe have on the back end? You know, anything that's not probably appropriate to have out in public's eye view or something like that?
I'm not sure what you mean by not appropriate, but there are certain
What's a
items specially requested by other customers that we do keep off the shelves until they are come.
such as? Such as?
So, just items not local to Verity that we had to bring in from other cities, special requested. They're hard to find, rare authors for collectors, or other such topics.
Well, I guess I'd request for two things. Do you have anything on general history of Draconia, and also by any chance do you happen to have any adult romance type of novel things that you know?
Make a persuasion check.
Ugh. rolling rolling a dice is my passion. 12.
That's another 8.
Well, seems like Draconia is a hot topic for scholars and common folk alike recently. I'm sure we have something, though those are on the history side of things more in high demand. On the other front, it would depend on for what purpose you would have them, for how well you are able to keep your mouth shut about them, and what you might be willing to pay. This is hypothetical, of course.
Well, you see, just the two of us have this book club. That's where we're looking for the books.
Well, I mean, okay, wait, there's a lot to unpack here. Mm, okay, you've piqued my interest. Is it really that common nowadays, that more scholars and things, what kind of books are they picking up in regards to Draconia? Just, not that my
Pretty much
interest is.
anything they can get their hands on is such as the way of things when any turmoil or event comes through. Which is seen some months ago. Any book I would have on aberrations and mind-boggling, abnormal creatures. Anyone with an imagination came in to look for those when the whole Brushburn ordeal was going on. Such is the way now. Draconia is the hot topic of the day. So people are interested.
What are your thoughts about everything going on?
I am hesitant to form opinions on things I cannot be certain of. However, I do know that, generally speaking, those in power, those with influence, tend to act in such a way as to keep that power and influence. Occasionally, it might align with the betterment of the common people, but that is not a priority. So, whatever they're telling us about why they're going to Draconia, I am skeptical to take it as fact that that is all there is.
Maybe, well, I'd like to hear your thoughts if you're open to talk about them.
Well, I've Just giving you them. I can't say for certain what it is that is going on there, whether or not there is some sort of agreement or alliance between those in power here and those in power in Draconia, and what they're doing over there and how it could benefit them.
Hmm. Sorry, I didn't really mean to get sidetracked. It's just kind of, well, like you said, it piques everyone's interest, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
true, definitely.
Alright. So, you're interested in some books on Draconia?
Um. Yeah, I'll start off with that.
Okay. So,
Wait, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna pull Neri to the side. I'm gonna ask her to look for any other books that she may think that we both will find interesting.
okay. Quote unquote. Book club books.
Book of books.
Alright. Netta Dion, make an investigation check.
Okay. $30.
30!
Yeah, because I rolled 19 plus 11, so
Okay then. So, walking around, you see bookshelves. You see the occasional candle holder with a lit candle, just giving a soft, even light to the interior of this place. Then you spot something that seems odd as you pass mundane book after non-problematic book after probably doesn't have sex in it book, and you see one of the candelabra, one of the candle holders that are affixed to the wall here. Its candle's not lit. In fact, it does not appear as if its candle was ever lit. And upon closer investigation, you can see this is about maybe 5.5, 6 feet off the ground. Well, yeah, a little taller than that actually, so that it's just reachable by your fingertips as you reach up. There seems to be a seam that goes across the cut of the wood that makes this building. So there are the wooden slats and planks and boards that the building was constructed off of, and you can see a seam cut perpendicular to those boards, just under where that candle holder is. As Era is talking to the proprietor here, how are you distracting him, Era?
That's a good question. Oh,
Why, with her mouth, of course.
true. How dare you?
You talk aloud.
This is
Not-
you talk about this one second.
talk his ears off.
All right. I'll talk about the interests I have in Draconia ever since I was a little girl, and it all started when I wanted to learn Draconic, and how it's inspired me to continue wanting to be the best out of everybody that doesn't already naturally speak Draconic, amongst learning other languages. And I can go on.
I occasionally see him attempting to interject, but you just kind of steamroll him. It's like, "But what does that have to do with what books you're interested in?" What are you doing, Netta Dion?
I'm gonna. Well, I mean, if it's Just open the thing or whatever. I don't know.
Pull the lever.
Yeah, pull the lever. Just
So
not the
you
wrong
go up,
lever.
you reach it, and you manage to get just a couple. You grab the thing, and it turns like a door handle, and this section of the wall, maybe a 1.5 by 1.5 section, just opens on a hinge like a door, and you can see inside there are a few stacks of books. It does open with an audible creak, however, which drags the attention of the proprietor away from Era as he hurries past you, Era, towards Nerdion. Hold on, no, don't go in there.
Okay. I won't be going in there. I mean,
Wait, what's in there?
it
That-
seems to be books.
Nothing is nothing at all. And he goes to start closing it.
That sounds a lot like something, and if it's piqued our interest, well, what kind of books? I want to see. Can you show us? I promise I'll stop talking.
I mean,
That's
Era, if they're
a-
hidden, you know what kind of books they are. They're the books that we're interested
All
in.
the more
also.
reason to see it.
No, I mean, okay, I do apologize for opening it, and I shouldn't have, but I mean,
Alright.
we honestly are not going to tell anybody about this.
Well, at
We
this
are
point, I
interested in buying some.
guess at this point there's really nothing I can do but believe you. The secret is out. Need to find a better place for them, I suppose. Well, matching what you had requested earlier, I do have in here 3 such titles. Which I haven't come up with titles for actually yet. So
I'm disappointed. You should be
Yeah.
prepared. Every
I
big
should be prepared.
city.
I
Yes.
should be prepared for this at
Any-
any time. I
No,
got
no,
this
no.
Fine.
Every
And
city you
you know what?
have,
A few
you need to have a
sessions ago,
secret.
We've given a warning. You know, it was already there. It was out there before that we were gonna do this. You know, we like
Sure.
to-
If
Hold
we're gonna
on.
be in a town, city, or anything, just expect Era and Meridian going out for book shopping.
So I have to like come up with like a list of 20 that I could just work through.
more.
You guys don't even know which ones you have.
Yeah, we do.
But I'm-
You told us the names. I've written
Yeah.
mine down.
What are they? All I remember is the lusty
Hang on.
draconian maid.
Sully's pulling out the list.
Hang on.
Hold on.
Bloody Love, Ballads of the Bad Boy,
Oh.
Beauty is in.
That's the bad
That's
boy.
that's what Mary have.
What the hell?
What was that?
What the hell? That's what the books that Mary Dion.
What the?
I mean, you can come up with the names later. It's totally fine with me, at least.
Mm-hmm. No, I want the names right now.
I want the names now. I want the names right now.
Please get them.
What's the synonym for Twilight?
Fortnite.
Oh my god. Fortnite.
Alright, so there are 3, and they are priced at 7 gold apiece.
Oh my god.
Pocket change.
What the
Huh.
fuck? Oh yeah,
I mean,
pocket
they're
change.
illegal books.
So, are you buying 1, 2, all of them? Which ones?
Somehow, I'm
All
slightly
three.
disappointed. I was, you know what? After
What
all
do you mean you're
this, I
slightly
was
disappointed?
I was still
You want them to be
expecting
more?
something like artifacty or something, even though I didn't request of anything cool. Like I was like, you know, that's fine. I'll just keep my disappointment
What
to
are you talking
myself.
about? What are you saying?
Oh, about art.
Nothing.
Well, he has other stuff. Maybe
Oh,
it's
like
just
why doesn't this random bookshelf have the
Like
Demonomicon in
Magia,
it? Like,
this specific exactly. You understand. You understand. I'm just,
well, he's
but it's okay.
Zen's only told
and
you
it
Zen's
uncovers
only told you the smut
a
book.
book of vile darkness.
Like that one. I want that one.
But I want all three.
Neri wants all three.
I'll
And
split
Era
it
wants
with you.
the Necronomicon. Oh my god, literal my worst nightmare. Era with the Necronomicon. Jeez.
If we're gonna buy all three, we can split the price. And I'll let you read them first. Well, rather, you can read them first.
I
I
You
don't
mean,
have
could
to let
find
you
your
do
dark
anything.
books.
just based on the names and stuff like that, we can choose which one to read first.
Oh, true. Right, we don't have to read them all at the same time, of course.
Yeah.
One book per month. That sounds like a plan.
One
A
book.
book a month,
What do
yeah.
you mean? It takes less than a week.
No, but you got 3 months. You gotta
We
stretch
just read
them out.
one chapter. Yeah, we
Ah,
have to just one
true.
word
You
every
gotta
If we
keep
hour.
want to
yourselves.
Yeah, if we want to, yeah. Are you googling names?
I'm looking up synonyms. I'm using a thesaurus.
Twilight. Mm.
Do we need to take a break so you can think
No.
about those?
No.
A 150 Shades of Purple.
150 shit. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. I have 2 so far. I'm trying to be creative, but it's hard to be creative, and I'm not a creative person. So.
Oh, dang.
That's why.
You fooled me for the past like 6 years, I guess.
Okay, so the first book presented is the illustration on the cover is that of a ship with what looks like silhouettes of a male and a female superimposed on top of it. And the book's title is Motion of the Ocean. The next book is, it looks like it's a sort of a forest like backdrop with lots of colors and blooming flowers, and the title of this one is Of Love and Elves. And the last one's 150 Shades of Purple. No.
Yeah.
Really?
Maybe Duran should
One
be reading that book.
day.
Duran's interests are entirely different from mine, I will have you know.
Oh.
Yeah, Dune's a slut. Duran's a good boy.
That is true.
I wanted to do some sort of play on 50 Shades, but
It doesn't make sense.
It's overused.
It's overused, yeah.
Okay, you can attribute that to me.
So, I don't know. Sure. The last one, flipping through it, is it seems like it's a romance novel type thing about a person who lost their lover, but they return to them as a specter. So, some title about 50 Shades of Grey, but Shade is like mint as a ghost or something like that. So
Lower
that's
the opacity. Oh my god.
And with that, let's take a break because I feel dirty. Thinking of these books. Eventually, we'll get to the. It's like, oh no, everyone's either trying to make people get married or they want dirty books. Like, what?
What does our D&D campaign become?
It's nothing but romance. Like, Neredion gets married to Isaiah. Durand.
Oh my god, does Isaiah know?
Era.
Or does
know.
Or does Neri just have like a secret underground woman cave of
She has them all with her. She doesn't.
No, I mean, the other 3 books that she bought are back at home.
Actually, I don't know.
I'm hitting the button right
When
now.
counting down, I appreciate it. I knew exactly when we were gonna
Very
start
clear.
back up.
Uh-huh.
So, as you all continue getting your preparations in prior to the departure date, the conversation that you had with Zevzal Darand, you can see that he's been mulling it over. When you guys have your meals, he seems a bit put off, a bit uneasy, and around Neve for like on occasion. And I guess you know, like both Neve and Zevzal have been approached about this marriage proposal thing. So it's on both of their minds, though they haven't talked about it with each other. And as days pass, occasionally you do see Zev maybe trying to bring it up with Neve. Like on occasion you spot them having a conversation and you're wondering, is this it? Is he doing it? But nothing seems to come. And one night you guys are having a drink and he's having a conversation with you, Dadan. He's like, I mean, it's not that I don't want to. It's just like every time that it seems like it might be the right time, the words don't come, and then it doesn't seem like it's the right time, and I get in my own head, and I don't know.
I would stop trying to think of when the right time would be and just acknowledge every single time that you're with her is the right time.
But doesn't it seem like there should be a right time, a right, moment, right? Like, I don't know, is this something that women think about? Like, don't they want something special, some memorable moment to look back on? And
They're on just shrugging. Look, man. The closest thing I've ever just let water out of my mouth at the strangest moment was a random moment talking to Ella as a fish, man. And look, like,
What?
I don't even ask me to explain it. Okay, it'll be a story for later, maybe.
Alright.
But just
Alright.
take my word on it.
No, I'm holding it to a fish.
Well, if you can
All right.
change
No,
into things, though.
we'll get. Yeah, we have time later, but you're not getting off the hook with that one. Ha.
I'll tell you the story another time. But my point is that, there's no, like, actual right, defined time, no time like now when you guys are.
And yeah, I mean, it's weird, because knowing that that there is a clock, right? So it's like wait for the right time, but make sure the right time's before you leave.
Even if you decide to do it afterwards, that would be the right time as well.
All right. At another time, in another place. Aaron, Nedadian, Elavorn, you find yourself in a similar situation where it's just the four of you. Having a nice cuppa. Neve says, the days seem to be going by quickly and slowly as well. I'm not looking forward to all of you leaving, but I know it's something you have to do.
Yeah, I'd say this day has gone by pretty quick for me. But what did you end up doing today?
Today, not much outside of the normal. I mean, honestly, if I could speak plainly, Zevzal has been behaving strangely as of recent. It's like something's on his mind, something he's not telling me.
Have you tried confronting him about it? If you have a feeling about it, I would rather go with that good feeling. Just a thought, I guess.
So, I mean, you all must be leaving quite a bit behind as well. How are you gonna manage that?
It's a bit easier for me. I have ways to contact other people, but even then I have to be smart about it. And I don't really... I don't know. I mean, the people I interact with the most are the people that I'm with right now. I think anyways.
Oh, do you have a tree?
Well, there are trees around. I don't own one.
Well, I just mean a pretty big one. Like at least around sized. Kind of like measuring.
There are plenty of trees around here. I'm not sure what you mean by a Duran-sized tree, but there are some fairly large ones. Yes.
Well, we should pick a tree. Hmm.
Okay. For what?
Well, I'll get to know it a little, and then maybe we can visit you through it at some point.
Alright. So you guys go out and you find a tree not too far away from where you had found Durand and Zevzal earlier in the week, Elevorn. Kind of near where Zev trains. One that would suit your needs.
So, sometimes it's hard to say the things that you want to say, or you don't know the words for how you're feeling. And I don't know. I think that it'll probably work out. Mm-hmm. And then I'll put my hand on the tree and start talking to the tree.
Okay. So as Elevorn starts to get to know the tree. So you have this point to perhaps get back to at a later time, or to use to navigate the existence of space and time itself.
Well, it's not really time, but it is space. Mm-hmm.
Sure. You go forward in time.
Well, I'm always going forward in time, right?
Mhm.
I can't go back in time.
Not
Trust
yet, no.
I'm walking backwards now. No, it
Not
doesn't seem
yet.
to work.
The time arc isn't there yet.
Yeah, we're not to the time arc yet. Maybe we are. You just don't know.
Oh God.
Ron's parents, dun dun dun. And Elevorn setting them up.
Oh my.
Maybe it's Durand.
Yeah, you guys don't know, but if you don't get them to get married before you leave, Durand just fades out of existence.
Oh shit. So we're gonna spend quite a lot of time here trying to convince those two to get married.
No, you guys don't know.
Y'all don't know my parents. I'm unique. I was born this way.
I was born this way. I was born at this size with the. This is how I came into the world.
I was just born this awkward.
Who do you think rolls our stats when we're born?
Our parent, dude, our
I
parents
would
pull out a character
really
sheet.
like to have a conversation with that person.
Why didn't you put it in jail after the first 3 nat ones? Like. Anyways, so the days go by as the time of your departure approaches, to the point where 3 days away from when you must board the Arbor Wave and make way for Dracania. There's a little gathering going on in Little Ulhar where members of the community are out, and there is some okay, not excellent, but okay music. And there are drinks, and it's just kind of like a block party kind of vibe going on. You guys are out and about, you're mingling, it's just after sunset, and pretty much everyone has a drink in hand, when Era, you are approached by a small dragonborn child.
Oh God. Look, kid, I don't want any trouble. What do you want?
I was. Do you remember me?
I try not to.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. What's up?
I was just wondering. If I could fly again? 'Cause see, I've tried a few times when I'm by myself, and it just doesn't work. So, like, what do I have to do? 'Cause I believed really, really hard.
Well, I'm what you call, I mean, I'm sure you know, but I'm a wizard. So I'm able to perform certain amount of spells once you learn them. Learn the arcane to a spell, kind of. There's a lot to learn about it, but it is possible. Well, maybe. But
You're saying that you'll teach me?
I don't think I have the.
Come
I
on.
can.
I'm a very fast learner.
How old are you?
I'm 5.
Oh God.
I mean, it's just, but everyone says that Dragonborn, we grow up quicker than others, so more than that, if that changes your mind.
How do you feel about reading?
I mean, I can in Draconic.
I'm going to think back to around the first times that I started learning how to do spells and the beginning of when I had an interest more in magic than anything else.
Okay.
In regards to I'm not really good at giving advice, but well, there are certain books that you can read that will kind of help guide you and teach you if you do have the ability to use.
All right. Yeah, I can do that. But until then, you think I could fly again? Just tonight? Just one more time? No one has to know. We can go somewhere else.
Kid, I don't think I want to drag you off anywhere by myself. However, I guess I can maybe do it one more time. You just have to make sure to pay attention to me or I'll drop you from the sky. I promise.
I will. I promise. I swear. I will. Yes.
Did you do all your errands or whatever it is that you kids do?
Yeah, I have chores and I did them. I wasn't allowed to come out here before I did them, so yeah, they're done.
I'll know if you're lying to me.
Will you? I mean, I did them. I'll be right back. And he scurries.
I think it's easier if I just try to scare the kid, but it's kind of nice to know that he has some sort of interest in magic, I guess. Not really flying and
He just
anything,
wants
but
to fly.
yeah, I know. Who knows? Maybe that the flying
your
can
first
lead.
apprentice.
No, I would never wish that upon anyone. Interesting.
Interesting, actually. So there's some music, there's some dancing, there's drinking. And at some point, so Era, after this conversation, you can see that there are all your friends, Durand, Elavon, Neredian, as well as Zebzal and Neve. They're kind of hanging out, watching the others and seemingly engaging in lighthearted conversation. Durand, Ella, Neri, you notice that, at least at this point, there's no real sort of awkwardness. It doesn't seem like the thoughts of marriages and weddings and all of that stuff that you guys have been trying to put into Zebzal and Neve's head are at the forefront of their thoughts at all, and they're just calm, casual, and relaxed around each other like they normally are before you did this to them. So,
I did this.
Neri is innocent for once.
for once, there he is innocent. It almost reminds me of the types of parties we would have back home. Normally, they would come at, the end of a harvest, something like that. I think. I don't know. I didn't really follow that stuff too much. He says, you didn't follow anything other than Durand and the smell of alcohol. Oh, come on, that's not fair. There had to have been more. Huh. Well, it was a simpler time back then.
It says something in and of itself.
So, I guess Elavon, Duran, Neri, are you guys drinking as well? It's very casual.
Oh, yeah.
Casually drinking.
Yeah, it's very casual. I don't know. Elavon doesn't really partake usually, so.
No, she's definitely not.
Would you like some tea, Olivorn?
Yeah, tea doesn't sound bad.
Normally, I would like to get beer, but I think I'll join you with that. And I will go either fetch or call someone to give us tea, please.
It's not like a sponsored party. You get your own damn tea.
Okay, I'll go get
It's
us
just a
tea.
block party. You're just like calling out to your neighbor, hey, can I have a coffee?
Tea. I'll suggest it if I have to. I promise. I will. I'll dominate person if I have to.
All right, what's your spell save DC?
Oh, she. Okay, hold on.
Never mind. That's a 3. So some passerby are like, hey, I would really, really like some tea. And
For me and my friend here. Thank you.
oh, yeah, absolutely, your guests here. I'll be right back. And he heads off to eagerly fetch you some tea.
Is that normal?
They're just
They're just nice people. Mm-hmm.
Zebzal takes another sip. It's like,
surprising. That guy is usually such a dick. Anyway. Think he might have something for you, Era.
What do you mean?
Yes, what do you mean, Zev? Just saying that. Well, I mean, must be trying to. You know him. You know Kelt. He's not.
Well, you know, if he is actually normally like that makes sense. Your track record era for people that have interest in you is not the best.
How do you know that even? I mean,
I only
don't
know of one other, and he was I don't have a
that's-
nice word.
I mean, that's the whole thing. You only know
yeah.
that one thing. You don't know what is going on,
Mm-hmm.
you know, when you are not around.
Well,
her.
my singular reference point is not a good one.
Sipping my tea. Mm-hmm.
It hasn't gotten back yet.
Oh, I'm thinking of sipping my tea.
Thinking of.
The metaphorical popcorn.
Yeah.
Oh no, I mean, I can get almost anyone to do what I say, kind of thing. Don't be concerned about it.
That's a bit confident in yourself, isn't it?
Nothing wrong with confidence.
Good to give her that one, Zev.
Yes, I'm just saying that the only reason why he would act so nicely must be that, you know, well, one, she doesn't know him like the rest of the clan does, so he's probably going to have to look outside of it to find a match if he's ever going to.
Oh gosh.
Why is he unpleasant to be around?
Oh, I mean, generally speaking, he's a little full of himself.
Well, the kind that actually has something to show off, or just the one that talks about showing off? Or rather, full of
I mean,
himself?
why are you interested?
Not really, but I'm curious now that you brought it up, I guess.
I don't
Maybe
know.
you should
He's gone
ask
off
him.
to fetch you tea, so I wouldn't doubt that he would be interested in a conversation.
Something tells me that's very doubtful, but it's okay because I'll have tea soon. I don't know. I don't really think about these things. I kind of just think about how to use spells better. Wow. Maybe I need to reflect about something. Speaking of which, Olivorn, you've been a little bit quiet. Are you okay?
Oh, yes, I'm totally. It's great to talk about matchmaking.
Matchmaking, huh? I can't really
Wasn't
picture
that what
myself with
Zebzal
anyone.
was just talking about with you?
Well, yeah, with the other
Like,
person who's
Yeah. See?
stranger, the one I don't know. Well, if we're being honest, he's not even worth my time.
That's
know.
a bit.
Just like that? You don't even know him.
Well, yeah. Exactly.
How do you think these things happen? You're just
Oh.
someone's going to come down and you're going to know them, right? It all starts somewhere.
Well, I mean, wouldn't you just
Again,
know?
I'm not advocating for starting anything with him, but
Oh. No, I mean, I don't know. Isn't it just like, you look at someone and You feel something? No, that's not.
I mean,
I mean,
you're not wrong about that, I guess. I mean, but what kind of a guy is, to your liking? I'm curious.
mm, hmm.
Vampires.
I don't
bet
know.
he has to be smart, right? You know, and maybe kind of clever, like quick to come, like quick with a, what's that called? You know, a, well, I guess it's a comeback, or is that what it's called? You know, like when somebody says something, they say something, you know, like
Witty.
probably. Yeah,
Yeah,
that.
witty.
Either
Uh,
that or the exact opposite, someone who can make you feel even smarter about yourself.
well, that would be a little dumb. I think it's always important to have someone challenge you. Well, I guess it depends on the challenge. But to be honest, I don't think I've ever thought of this. Not for me, anyways. I mean, we're people. Maybe I can form an opinion, but I don't. I've just been. I think I have other priorities, but I mean, I do enjoy reading about romance.
Huh?
Elborn just kind of looks at her and, like, cocks her
Well,
head to the side, like, what?
well, romance, right? Maybe this isn't a conversation I should be having right now.
Probably not. But I mean, yeah, the, you're not.
Well, Draconia's a big place, plenty of different people there.
Uh, well, maybe. Who knows?
That's not why you're going over there, right? Well, no, it's. Of course not. You know why I'm going over there. I'm just saying, it's a big place, lots of people. And if
I feel
that's
like
something that Era here is interested in, I'm sure there might be one over there. I don't know.
Or Draconic is pretty good too.
I would like to believe so. I'd say in Draconic.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
I don't aim for not bad. I aim for perfection, or as close as I can get to it. So if it's not good enough, I'd rather you be honest and let me know so I can do better.
I just complimented you.
Okay. Sorry. And then, under his breath, such that probably only Durand and Neve could hear, good luck to whoever she does end up with. Neve takes another drink as Elavorn and Era, your tea arrives. There you go. I hope you enjoy it.
Oh, for your troubles, I'll give him a gold coin.
No, thanks. It's fine. He kind of sneers a bit, and you can see him kind of just lost, why did I just do that? And he kind of walks off. Neve addresses you, Durand, after taking another drink of her ale. Well, what do you think, Durand? Do you think that Draconia has enough suitable matches to go around?
I mean, I think maybe I've never thought of it.
Never what? Sorry, I didn't
I've never thought about it in particular.
hear. Zevzal clears his throat. I'm not saying you're a liar, Durand, but I did grow up with you.
Well, uh, I I guess it's similar. I guess I'm in a similar boat. I haven't put much thought into it.
It's not for some time. I mean, it's okay. We were boys at one point, and I assume that, looking around, girls growing up had similar conversations. I feel like that's just normal. As of what it is right now, I'm not sure, though. And obviously, it shouldn't be a priority. I guess it's just nicer to think about silly things instead of what we're actually going there for.
But why shouldn't it be a priority? I mean, maybe this is all we have. Maybe this is all we get. How could you not? You know, if you have something to say, or you know what I mean? Like you say it's something silly to think about. It's not silly. It's maybe the most important thing to be thinking about. Then I'm going to drink my tea really fast again.
And he's like, yes, Stepson, so why don't you continue thinking about all of the available and single people that you might find in Dracania? It's like, I didn't, I didn't. We were talking about Era, not anything else. Don't be ridiculous. And he just kind of shrugs and smirks. That's it. I don't know.
I mean, come on, dude. You have to know this. This big idiot has only had eyes for you for the longest time.
Like I said, I do recall overhearing something about a sister or a friend back when we first met. That was long ago. I was drunk, and we barely had a word at that point. Obviously, if I would have known then, as I know what I know now, I might not have asked that question. But it's not fair. And you know it's not fair to bring that up. It's like, but it's always fun to tease you about it. It's not like you had eyes for me either. It's like, well, you were not at your best that night, let's say. Wasn't us to do. I wasn't exactly a part of the conversation, and and he just continues to drink but ugh. And so then, what about you then, Elavorn? You seem passionate about this subject, at least. Might be the most important thing. That's what you said. So certainly, you must have given it some thought.
Of course, I've given it thought. It's, it's not easy to just go off and go somewhere to an entirely different part of the whatever it is, across the sea, away from everything that I've known here. But, it's sometimes you do things because other things are more important to you, or, something like that.
Yes. I guess I didn't. I know it's not gonna be easy for any of you. Especially considering the news that we've had about Draconia. But I was only thinking about the dangers of what's over there, not what you might be behind. Anyways.
You know, I try not to imagine the worst, but it's kind of a mix because, well, we should be expecting the worst outcome or be prepared for it. I guess no one can really prepare, and we can distract ourselves one way or another, whether we're here or there, but I don't think going I'll have anything to regret or anything to miss. Not that I'm always expecting to die or anything, but I have been in close situations, and we all have, right? So it's just best to speak, and I really wish I did, at least with my sister, and I never got that chance. And I don't even want to touch the subject of my brother yet, because I haven't even messaged him at all. But I'm sure my parents are probably keeping him up. I don't know. Anyways, I'm just
You
really
mentioned your sister,
blabbering.
Kanya, so hopefully you'll be able to reconcile there.
Hopefully. If you think I'm difficult, she's much worse.
I never said you were difficult.
Worst era.
But I will be counting on every single one of you. Make sure Zevzal doesn't run off chasing some Draconian girls. And she kind of nudges him, and he rolls his eyes hard. Are you going to keep teasing me about that? Is that really something you're worried about? I don't know, you talk about it enough. I was talking about it for Era, because of the situation that just happened, and that was just the way the conversation went. But if you're so worried about it, then why don't we just get married?
Oh,
I mean, if everything in the conversation in this group of 6 people is just silent, and I didn't, I mean, I do, but I didn't, it just kind of, if you want to, I mean, it's kind of short notice, but, and Neve breaks the silence, the tension, beams up at him, and basically doesn't throw herself at him, but approaches him and rests, nestles herself in underneath his chin, and of course, you idiot. Yes. And you can see the tension, the worry, the stress leaves Zevzal, and as his head is rested on hers, you meet your eyes, Durand, and it's just, whew.
And I guess that's where we'll end for the night. Since no one else is saying anything.
I'm picking my phone.
Well,
I
I
don't
was
know.
thinking, I was like, I can conjure some birds and then they fly up and
It's
that's like,
just doves!
weird. I was like,
Fireworks,
that's too much.
sparkles, prestidigitation.
Little firework, not enough. Yeah, I was like, that's not enough.
Conjure alligator.
God, there's nothing better than this. You know, this is great. This is perfect. Just how it is. Doesn't need Elevorn to do anything.
So what? Era's slurping out her tea and Elvorn's just bouncing up and down. And
I'm bouncing up and down with Elevorn.
I never thought it would be so awkward and nerve-wracking to propose to myself.
Oh my god, dude. I was sitting here and I was thinking of the entire time, like, man, this guy is literally.
What?
All I could think of was just you were proposing to yourself the whole time.
Was what?
You were proposing to yourself.
Oh yeah. What if I said no? Oh no.
Oh shit.
On the
Feel
one
like
hand, I
saying
got
it.
rejected. On the other hand, I, avoided a bad relationship probably. So.
Avoided marriage to yourself.
Yeah. I'm not ready for that kind of commitment to myself.
Oh my god, my stomach hurt.
Well, you guys have a wedding to plan. And Duen
Before
has
we leave.
traditional draconic
Yay!
That's like, what, 2
wedding
days?
rites to review if he's going to be the priest.
Oh, true. I do have to
So
figure
what,
this out.
we're leaving in like 2 days or something? This
Like 2-3 days, yeah.
Nice.
yeah, this is gonna be a
Well,
quick
you can
wedding.
just throw something together. It's alright.
I mean, we do have Elevorn. That's gonna be pretty, all the flowers and stuff.
All the flowers. Raccoon ring bearers.
Yes!
I
A
think
little
we have
draconian kid flies in with the rings.
I like this. Perfect.
Excellent. D&D wedding. Let's go. Only a couple sea serpents will come and roll initiative.
Oh, shit.
You gotta wait for me to finish the ceremony.
We're gonna
So they have
try
the buff.
to have to do the wedding while fighting the Kraken
Yeah.
and whatever.
Well, if it's a couple of sea serpents, maybe they're here just for the romance, for the wedding.
Ah, yeah.
They were a couple,
Yeah.
you know?
The secret was you had to cast ceremony on the sea serpents.
Ah.
Yeah, yeah. One of them like just conjures a bow tie, the other a wedding veil, and there's just like two massive sea serpents. What are we talking about? All right, good night.
Good night.
What's
Good
up?
night. Nothing.